Hey everybody, it's Dave here at Holiday for Two, and I'm busy working on my next video for you of dispersed camping favorites. And one place that we've been to that I want to share with you is it's up near Camp Verde. And this is a good spot to go to in the springtime, such as April and May. We went there in May and the weather was beautiful. So if you go in May, it'll be absolutely beautiful. June might be okay too, just depends on it can sometimes get hot in June. If the weather in the valley is in the 90s, maybe 101, 102, then it'll be nice in Camp Verde. But there's a place here that we go to in Boondock called West Clear Creek, or the Bullpen. It's actually called the Bullpen, if you can believe that. But I'm gonna show you where it is on the map and give you some links and a little bit of tips on where you can camp. There's lots of dispersed camping along the forest road that goes up to the Bullpen. And so we'll give you some links to that and show you what we did while we were there. We had a great time. There's a place where you can actually, a big swimming hole in West Clear Creek where you can go up near the Bullpen and you can go swimming in there. So I'm going to show you some videos. I'll show you some videos of when we went swimming in the swimming hole near the Bullpen up on West Clear Creek. So let's take a ride up to Camp Verde to the Bullpen in West Clear Creek. Let's go.
So someday when my ship comes in, I know just what we'll do. We'll pack our bags and quit our jobs and have a holiday for two.
Well, it's just a short 2-hour drive from Phoenix up to I-17 to Camp Verde. Once you get to Camp Verde, you want to look for the 260 exit to go east, out to West Clear Creek, or the Bullpen as it sometimes is called. When you go driving along Highway 260, look for the exit for Forest Road 618 to go north. It'll be on the left side of the road. And you drive out. There's camping all along the 618. There's also a dispersed camping before you get to Bullpen. This is our dispersed camping spot we found along the road to the Bullpen. You can't camp in the Bullpen area though. That's just a day use area. We decided to unload the Razor and take a ride down into the valley. We parked the Razor down in the Bullpen day use area and took a hike down into the swimming holes that we've heard so much about. And this is rated as one of the top swimming holes in Arizona. Watch.
At part of the Bullpen, an old ruins here. Fixer-upper. Alright, we are at Clear Creek. We hiked down to the creek and walked around. There's Chewy. He went in the water over there. It's kind of deep. It's kind of like we're trying to find that big swimming hole. It's kind of a deep hole over here. This way, because Tammy told me there was a big water hole up here, and I can kind of see it over there. Big area where there's water. But how to get there, I don't know. Just took it ready. We're going through the jungle. Going in the jungle. Oh my! Looks like a jungle. Big cliffs. This is a small one right here, but there's another water hole that's down the trail up ahead. So we'll see if I can find the big water hole. It's pretty down here though. Lots of water. Oh yeah, a little hike. Some more water down there. Yeah, deep hole over there. Beautiful out here. It's like 78 degrees. Water's kind of cool. Water's probably about 60. Alright, I found a cave. Yeah, I found a cave. What cave? Cave of mystery. Let's see. Could be snakes in there. I don't want to mess with it. You can go back where we were.
We finally found the swimming hole. We actually went down a little too far, found the fishing hole. We had to backtrack to find the swimming hole. This is the swimming hole that you can jump off the top of the rock up there down into the water.
Chewy. Hey, Chewy. Four-wheel dog. This is cool. I'm trying to decide whether to jump off, I guess.
We had a great time. It was time to pack all of our gear up though and hike back to the camp. Get in the RZR and go back to the motorhome. The next day we decided to take the RZR up the 618 and we took a ride and to explore this area because I wanted to see if there were any good future spots where we could camp sometime in the future, and boy, there are so many up to 618. At the end of this video I will give you some tips on how to find some of those dispersed spots. We wound up at Beaver Creek Picnic Area and Day Use Area, or the name of the creek is actually Wet Beaver Creek. I get a kick out of that every time I hear that. Wet Beaver Creek. Very pretty. Now there's no camping allowed in this area. Great hiking. And I'll show you the camping areas or dispersed areas in just a moment. That's up on Soda Springs Road. When you get up to Soda Springs Road, there's a great dispersed camp area up here. It's a little bit rough, but not too bad, not unmanageable. And this is your views. Open up your camper door and look at this. Woo!
I don't know if that's Beaver Creek, but we're close to Beaver Creek. Pretty. There's some camping up in here.
Yeah, that's right. If you look off in the distance right there, you can see I-17 traffic.
Looking over to the I-17, I see the trucks over there.
We spent a little more time hiking up the stream and just enjoying Wet Beaver Creek. Please subscribe and hit like and share. Appreciate it. And if you ever get a chance to get up in this area, you'll enjoy it and be safe. Thank you for watching this. And stay tuned at the end of this video. I will give you some more information on the maps on how to get there and where to look for some of the dispersed sites. Have a great day. Bye. I'm going to start off showing you how to get to the bullpen day use area. Now, if you already know how to get there and you're used to the area, go ahead and skip ahead a little bit. But I'm going to start off showing people how to get there from Phoenix and also from Flagstaff. And there's really only two ways. So if you're coming from Phoenix Valley area, you're going to want to take the I-17 north to Camp Verde. Or if you're coming from Flagstaff, you want to come south on the 17 to Camp Verde. And then you want to look for the exit for the 260. Now there's actually two exits that will take you to the 260. There's the General Crook Trail right here, or you can take Finney Road exit right here. And either way, if you're coming and you want to get supplies, there's a couple great stops here for you. I'll give you a heads up on that. If you take Finney Flat Road exit and then Finney Flat Road into town, there's a Bash's here, there's a Circle K here that has very good prices on gas. I think right now the price is $3.19 for unleaded. Hey, that's pretty good. That's actually cheaper than Phoenix. So if you want to get some supplies, ice, food, whatever, this is a good place to stock up. Then you're going to head up to 260 until you find Forest Road 618, and it's going to be before you actually get to Clear Creek Campground and just past the winery. You're going to look for the Forest Road 618, and then you're going to turn and go north on that. I hate those little pop-ups keep popping up. Now once you get up to 618, there's dispersed camping all along 618 here. Once you cross over in this area, there's a couple of areas here you can disperse camp. It's kind of sandy right off the road here, so I like to come up a little bit. I actually found some spots along the Bullpen Road. I love that Bullpen. It goes over to Bullpen or Blodgett Basin Trailhead, or as it sometimes is often called, West Clear Creek. So let's kind of zoom in here. Now I'm going to switch to satellite mode here for a second to show you some spots I found. When I turned off from Bullpen Road, there's some boondocking spots here that I took advantage of. In the photo, you'll see my motorhome. It's parked in this little spot right here. And you can actually back in probably a 34, 35-foot motorhome right in there if you wanted to. There's just a little bump right there to watch out for. I had my trailer with me for the Razor, but I pulled everything in there and backed it in, so there's lots of room. There's also a spot up here, just a little bit up the way, maybe a quarter of a mile, and there were some campers parked in here, a van and a little trailer. But a really good spot up here, if you have a couple rigs, there's another spot right there. Lots of little spots you can kind of tuck in, and if you're in a small rig, it makes it easy. This is a nice spot if you have a couple of big rigs, and there actually were a couple of toy haulers and fifth wheels parked in here when we were camping there. And down below here is another spot where a lot of campers were parked. I saw some people down in here with tents. And so this is all dispersed camping. And we took the Razor out on the day after and went down this road. Let me zoom out a little bit. What's really pretty is there's an overlook right here you can stop at. And that's where we took some pictures. You'll see in the pictures in the video. You saw those of West Clear Creek. Now once you come down the hill into the valley here, West Clear Creek Valley, you'll get to what's called the Bullpen. And this is Bullpen Road. Now when you get down in here, there's a place to park. You can park anywhere in here along here, this road up until I think the restroom area. Right when you get there, there's a fence and a gate, and so you can't really drive past this. Now some folks take cars down here. Some folks say, oh, you should take a truck. It's really kind of up to you. There are some big rocks, but if you watch out and pick your line carefully, I don't think you're going to have a problem if your car, as long as it's not too low. If you have an SUV, maybe all-wheel drive, and you've got some reasonable clearance, you should be able to come down here fine. If you have a pickup truck, even the better. But if you want to hike to West Clear Creek, you need to park in here. Maybe get your stuff together, your backpacks, your ice chests, swimsuits, whatever you want to bring with you, cameras, and then start the hike down Bullpen Road. Now I'll give you a tip. If you want to find the watering hole, the swimming hole first, then you want to go to the little old cabin here. It's like a ruins of an old house. Excuse me. So you want to look for the old house along the trail. That's where you turn and go south. What we did is we kept going up Bullpen Road, and we wound up down here farther at this part of this trail. And that's where I kind of got lost. This is actually a big fishing hole down here. And there were some guys fishing, and they said, oh yeah, we got some trout down in there. So if you want to do some fishing, you could go down a little farther. Or if you really are adventurous, just keep going along the creek, and you can hike all the way back in there. It's really pretty. But look for that little old house, the old ruins, and then go south, and the swimming hole will be in this area, down this trail. And of course, take your swimsuits, sunscreen, all that, and in May and June, it's great swimming down in there. The water was a little cool, but not bad. So the next day, we left from our camp and decided to take the 618 north. And I'll show you a couple of spots. Let me close that. I'll show you some boondocking spots that we found. Now there's actually one right on the, I'd call this Bullpen Road, and then after you get on the 618, there's a little boondocking spot right there. But it's up on a hill, so you'll have to be careful. I did see somebody parked up in here in a trailer. I think they backed in. But that's not my ideal spot. I did find a couple of spots up here that I thought were really nice. There's a big area here where you can offload or camp. You see some vehicles parked there. This is a good boondocking area. All through here, we kind of rode around the Razor to check it out. It's nice and level. If you keep going up the road, you'll find more spots. And sometimes this is why I like Google Maps, because I can kind of look at them ahead of time. Some of these things you see on the maps aren't always good camp spots because the trail gets a little bit rugged or it goes up a hill and stuff. But there was a spot up here in the Wiki Up Tank number 2. And actually, I think I saw about 5 or 6 rigs parked back in here. They probably took the 618 north just like we did and kept going. It's probably, at this point, you're probably talking about 3.5 miles north from the highway. So it's not too bad. The road it's not too bad. It's a nice smooth road up until that point. So it shouldn't be too hard to get back in here. There are some little dips and doos back in here, so just kind of watch it and scout it out ahead of time. But like I said, there were 5 or 6 fifth wheels and toy haulers parked in here, so there's lots of dispersed camping. And a few other little spots that I saw some people camped at. Some of these are gates, so you want to watch out. Because I think some of them are ranches and stuff. They kind of gate stuff off. As long as you close the gate behind you, that'll be okay. Another little spot off Bull Tank here. And we just took the Razor all the way up the 618. It's a really nice drive. And there's an old campground over here, Lawrence Crossing Campground. It's kind of run down now from what I remember when we were there. Sometimes the restrooms are taken care of, sometimes they're not. So you can't get across the river here. So if you're thinking, oh, we'll turn down the road and drive down here. No, if I remember right, they've got it blocked off now. Probably because so many people were crossing the river and doing damage or something. They just put some big, huge gates up. If you want to get to this campground, you have to come around the other way. This is called Beaver Creek Picnic and Day Use Area. I love this, though. It's Wet Beaver Creek is the name of the creek. Wet Beaver Creek. Love that. You can't camp in here. It's a day use area. You can park, and I think there's some picnic tables and stuff in here. You can also keep driving up the 618 if you want to go up here farther. I think it ends right here, though. There's like a private work zone area up there for workers to live. But turn up the 618, and there's some boondocking along Soda Springs. In the video, you saw me take some videos and pictures of the Razor right up here parked. That's where this was. This is Soda Springs. I'll call this a boondocking or dispersed camp area right along Soda Springs Road. There's also a couple others. If you go up the road a little farther, you'll find some more places to pull off. And camping, dispersed camping, all along this road. And if you keep taking that road, you can wind up at Lawrence Crossing Campground right there. Now, from some of the reviews that I read here, some people weren't too happy with it. They said that the bathrooms weren't taken care of. Some people liked it. So it's always kind of good to check out the reviews and see what, stayed inside for. Could smell the stench all night. Ew. Oh, raccoons. Yeah, they'll steal your food. Watch out for them. So anyway, it's always good to check out reviews of campgrounds because you never know. It kind of tells you what you're getting in for there. But like I said, there's some good dispersed camping along here. And if you actually want to get to it a little easier, you can access this off the off I-17. Take the exit for the 179, but instead of going up to Sedona, you're going to turn and go east on the 618, and then it turns into dirt road here. Actually, I think it's paved up till a certain point. Yep, it's paved up until you get in here somewhere, and then it switches to dirt road. But easy to get to. So that's some of the basic area that we were at. It's a beautiful area, and it's a good, lots of dispersed camping on the 618. And of course, the best times of the year to go up in here and dispersed camp, I would say mid-March. Just check on the weather if it's warming up a little bit. Sometimes March can be warm and beautiful. It would be nice in March. But if you want to hit the swimming hole, I would do it like in May. That's really the peak time. May and June seem to be the best time to get to that swimming hole. If you wait until June and July, it'll be kind of hot.
because it can get warm up in here. So hope you enjoy that. Hope this helps you find West Clear Creek in the bullpen. And if you get up there, hope you have a great time. Be safe. Have safe travels. Take care. Bye.